Hello, I'm Carol Vorderman, and this is Perfect 10. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in 10 minutes. Yes, it's your daily brain workout to get sharper and smarter for 2023. I have puzzles and brain teasers which will educate, entertain, and irritate you. So make sure you subscribe, follow, and like to get the next episode as soon as it drops. I am here Monday to Friday with a compilation of all of the 5 episodes which will drop on a Sunday. Okay, at the end of yesterday's podcast and the video cast, of course, on YouTube, I left you with an anagram of a film star who clearly gets nasty underwater. Question: who is Nina Frogman? Well, that nasty old scuba star is in fact Morgan Freeman. Did you get it? That was just for fun, by the way, wasn't for points. But now, from this moment on, you're playing for points. So, can you get a perfect 10 score today? Here come the questions. Question 1, we call your starter for a perfect 10, as hopefully you'll start as you mean to go on. Here it is. Which animal has the highest blood pressure? And my clue is to think logically. Which animal has the highest blood pressure? There's no time limit, by the way, on perfect 10. So you can stop, you can pause, you can go and have a cuppa, have a think, come back. I will wait for you, I promise. And I'll give you all of the 10 answers to today's questions after the final question. So just at the end of this podcast. Now, question 2 is always our hearsay round, which puts your ears and your problem-solving synapses to work together. You're about to hear some sounds which relate to a well-known phrase or saying. So, which phrase is hidden in these sounds?
That's the way to do it! I'm as happy as can be!
Say what you hear.
That's the way to do it! I'm as happy as can be!
So, what well-known phrase or saying was that? As always, answers at the end. Question 3 is my Carol lateral thinking round to get that lateral part of your brain working. But will it be working hard or walking it? Which word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? The answer is in the question. You just have to look for it. Moving on to question 4. How about this one? Our memory game. Here comes today's audio clip and memory at the ready because there will be a question after this. Here we go.
Tomorrow's forecast will be in the 60s. The beaches staying around 62. Low coastal clouds will be rolling in later tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night's lows in the 50s, cool and breezy through Wednesday with a chance of rain on Thursday. Right now, it's still kind of chilly out there, temperatures staying in the high 40s. Downtown LA, expect a high of 65, and the valleys will reach 69 in some areas.
Wow, some weather they're having over there in America by the sounds of it, but here is what I want to know. On what day did the reporter say there was a chance of rain? You'll have all the answers to all of the questions after today's question 10. Right, so moving on now to questions 5, 6, and 7, which are all part of a frivolous, familiar, and fun collection. Questions about everyday life that will test how much attention you've been paying to the world around you. First up, this soapy question. What colour is the outside woodwork of Coronation Street's Rovers Return? And did you know that the fictional television pub got its name from a real one called Ye Olde Rovers Return in Withy Grove in Manchester, which was a 14th century inn that sadly was demolished in 1958. Which is all very interesting, but of absolutely no help in finding the answer to the question about the colour of the woodwork. We'll move on to question 6. How's your designer logo knowledge? Here we go. Which creature represents the Lacoste brand of clothing? I bet you'll probably have the method to solve question 7 in your hand right now. So here we go. If you were to type my name, Carol, Carol, onto a standard telephone pad, which numbers would you type in? Are you heading for a perfect 10 score? Very interesting. The pressure builds. Let's see what question 8 can do to that school. It's called One In, One Out, and all you have to do is some alphabetical chopping and changing. Here's a question. Which letter can you change in the word store, S-T-O-R-E, to make a word that describes something hot? Don't forget you can pause the show and give your brain cells a chance to cool down and regroup before we move on. Right, question 9. I know this round. The answer can be revealed with a little logic and common sense. It's always on the tip of your tongue. And here's the question. Which marine animal is 98% water? Which marine animal is 98% water? Moving on to question 10. Here we are, the final question today, and it's our daily riddle as ever. What has 4 legs, a head, and often feathers on top? Now, the answers are coming up, so if you need to rewind and pause, be my guest. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's questions. And if you want to entertain, educate, and irritate me, send me your own puzzles too at Carol Vorders on Instagram and TikTok, and follow at Perfect10Carol across socials and on YouTube. 10 questions, but did you get a perfect 10 score? This is the point where you find out the answers. Question 1. Which animal has the highest blood pressure? And the answer was the giraffe. Because in order to get blood up that very long neck, its blood pressure is twice that of an average human being. Question 2 was our hearsay round.
To the right. I'm as happy as can be.
Which well-known phrase or saying did that represent? Say what you hear, and that is, as pleased as Punch. And did you know the official term for a Punch and Judy operator is the professor? Question 3 was this. Which word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? And that word is short itself. It's short. Add E and R to short, and it literally becomes the word shorter. Question 4 was our memory game. You heard a weather report, and I asked you, on what day did the reporter say there was a chance of rain? And the answer was Thursday. Question 5. What colour is the outside woodwork of Coronation Street's Rovers return? And the answer is it's green, and it always has been green. But perhaps you didn't know this. After decades of only having one upstairs window, the iconic building mysteriously gained another window when the set moved from Granada Studios in the centre of Manchester to Media City in Salford. Question 6. Which creature represents the Lacoste brand of clothing? And the answer is crocodile, but if you said alligator, I'll give you that too. Question 7 was, if you were to type my name, Carol, C-A-R-O-L, onto a standard telephone pad, which numbers would you type in? And the answer is 22765. Type those in, and that would spell Carol. Question 8. 1 in, 1 out. Which letter can you change in the word store, S-T-O-R-E, to make a word that describes something hot? The answer, if you change the letter R to the letter V and you light it up, that gives you a stove, S-T-O-V-E. Question 9. What marine animal is 98% water? And the answer is a jellyfish. The term jellyfish has been in use since 1764, but the preferred names now are jellies or sea jellies to avoid comparing them to fish, which they definitely aren't. Question 10, our daily riddle was, what has 4 legs, a head, and often feathers on top? And the answer wasn't a bird, nor was it an animal. The answer was a bed. 4 legs, a bed head, and often feathers on top, of course, in the shape of a duvet. So, how did you do? Did you score a perfect 10? Well, if you did, congratulations. You're doing very, very, very well. Remember to make sure to subscribe to the podcast or our videocast on the YouTube channel and follow us on YouTube and across our social media channels, so you don't miss out on any of our rounds. Monday to Friday, remember. Perfect 10. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in 10 minutes, Monday to Friday every week. And before I say goodbye, I'll leave you with today's anagram. I'm talking about a film star who, according to their anagram, makes even C-3PO look cool. The anagram is this: Nerdier Robot, spelt N-E-R-D-I-E-R, nerdier, and robot, R-O-B-O-T. So who is that nerdy metal man? We'll find out tomorrow when it's a whole new day of questions, poses and puzzles. I'm Carol Vorderman, and that was my perfect 10 for today. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in 10 minutes. All it leaves me to do is to wish you a perfect day.